and you run to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. Racing around to come up behind you again. The sun's the same in a relative way, but you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death. That, ladies and gentlemen, sums up this group. Oh God, that's loud. The way in the intro of these YouTubes is getting longer. I'm going to have to write and do make a complaint. Sorry, to YouTube, to whom it may concern. Why is it when I start my video, it takes half an hour before it even comes up on YouTube, and I'm just stood around like a pranny waiting to talk? It's not on. So hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. What great way to start. A little bit of moaning and groaning. Just what you wanted. And it's a cause for celebration, ladies and gentlemen. There should be no moaning and groaning. Because it's something new. It's fresh. Off the press, ladies and gentlemen. It's Over the Hill Racing. We know those guys. We know about their Friday frolics. We know how they like to have a good time on Gran Turismo 7. Excuse me. But what we do not know is there is a more serious side to Over the Hill Racing. These more mature racers, they also take their racing very serious. They are pro sim racers at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to have a 12-round championship with the O.T.H racing crew called the Manufacturers Cup. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they have picked a manufacturer to represent for the season. It's going to be 12 rounds. They're dropping two. Sorry, I shouldn't guess. I've got it all written down. Well, this race, ladies and gentlemen, it's 3 15-minute races around Brands Hatch for round one of the O.T.H Manufacturers Cup. And I am getting rather excited just talking about it. Tyre wear and fuel consumption are the same for the whole season. And after race one tonight, when we start to populate, well, it's not tonight. Oh, it is tonight. You're watching tonight. They do Sunday. But when we start to populate the leaderboards, the top six in each, there's 2 leagues running as well, by the way. In each league, will have to qualify on racing hard tyres. Now that stirs the pot, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? That definitely puts a fly in their ointment. Those aliens going to struggle on those hard tyres. 3 15-minute races are raced on racing medium tyres only. The longer races are mandatory racing medium and racing soft tyres. And I've got all the settings are in the calendar below. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're at Brands Hatch here for a Group 4 category race. We are having 3 15-minute races there. We'll only use the medium tyres, and the times of days is early morning, sunny and dry. Is that for all 3 races? And the special, it's got a special thing saying double reverse grid. So I'm guessing that the results of the first race will be reversed for the grid of the second race, and then the results of that race will be reversed. The grid will be reversed for the start of the third race. Right then. So I've got all that information out. I've thrown a lot of information at you. I understand. I hope you're keeping up. Good evening, Thingy, says Top Taffy. Well, hello, good sir. Your replays were easy to find. These ones were not. I had to hunt. I found them in the end, though. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your sweet little head about it. We got there. Oh, yeah. We're going to look at the grid then. We're at Brands Hatch. I think I've told you everything. I don't think I've missed. That seemed slick for me. That seemed too slick. I'm questioning that I've missed something huge out. Right then, the grid. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 15 cars adorned on the grid, looking magnificent. These guys have been in the livery shop doing stickers. You can tell they're expert stickerers. On pole position then, ladies and gentlemen, for the first round, first race, it is Ace Matteo, ladies and gentlemen. We may remember him from Friday night. He is rather swift. He's very fast. And we have a common like for Red Dwarf, as it says, Smoke Me a Kipper on the side. He's actually, his name of his team is Smoke Me a Kipper Racing. if you don't know the Red Dwarf or any of these many quotes you're probably going to get throughout this season, you smeghead, then educate yourself, okay? That's what I'm saying. In second place then on the grid is a Mazda Atenza, and that is driven, ladies and gentlemen, by upper million. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't that just look fantastic? I don't trust these guys, you see. I'm looking for things. Like, I was thinking, is that sort of like when he opens his door? That's nut truck, innit? He's going for nut truck on that. Rent truck, but when that door, the line on that door is opened, that is that, which looks a little bit like nut truck. Or am I just reading too hard into this, ladies and gentlemen? I don't trust these guys. I'm telling you, they're always trying to sneak something by me, and I'm here. Nothing goes by me. Nothing goes over my head. I will always catch it. So in third place then, Jonty. Jonty in a Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen. Is it? Yes, Jonty, but I've got a feeling... No, he must have got similar liveries. So yeah, it says Jonty on the side there. So Jonty has got himself third place, on the grid. And that Ferrari is looking fabulous. I mean, they've not hit anything. Pigs Willie Racing. I mean, yes, very adult. We're with the grown-ups now, ladies and gentlemen. Strap yourselves in. Fourth, it looks like it's his teammate in this Manufacturers' Cup. And it is Pigsy, ladies and gentlemen. Pigsy in fourth in the Ferrari. He's got his pooch in the back along for the ride for the Pigs Willie Racing team. Very good. Pigsy, are we talking about his Willie then? We're not talking about an actual Pigs Willie. Are we actually talking about Pigsy's Willie? I need clarification. If anyone can clear that up for me. Is the team named after just a random pig's Willie? Or is it actually Pigsy's Willie that he's named his team after? Because that must be a man that's proud of his penis. In fifth place is Amtrak. You asked for this. I don't do serious. No, thingamajig. I know it's all fun and games, but could you do our serious racing? Because I don't want everyone to think we're clowns. You've got a clown doing the commentary. What do you expect? My good golly gosh. So it's fifth, Amtrak in the Porsche, Martini Porsche. Looking devilishly handsome there, Amtrak. Not choosing an American car. Although they're all Brits and not one British car so far. So hey, I can't cast aspersions on you for not picking an American car when even the UK residents don't pick English cars. So although we've got none, that's why. So, although McLaren, it's not too bad, is it? So, Amtrak in fifth and sixth place, also in the Porsche, is our man Gaz. Now, I think, and I might be getting mixed up because Matteo was really super quick, but I think it is Gaz that won the Crazy Copen Friday night racing. I think he was the overall out-and-out winner. Top Taffy saying it's Pigsy and Jointy Williams, hence Pigs Willie. Oh, okay. So it's not actually his Willie, it's his teammate. Willie is his teammate. See, I just assume smut from you guys. You know what? You've got someone who races with you called Orgasmic Cry. So you can understand why it's not a stretch for me thinking there's always something a little smutty around the corner with you guys. That's all I'm saying. I like Gaz's livery. That is banging on the Porsche. Although I am scared of the Scottish flag. Man alive, if you see a Scottish flag flying with a lot of people walking underneath it, run. They are not to be meddled with. They really are not to be meddled with. Thank God they're on our side. Love you, Scottish people. In seventh place, my man Duffy, looking, wow, that is some hella patterns going on there. I like it a lot. So that's the man Duffy. Did I say what car he's in? He is in a Lexus, ladies and gentlemen, a Lexus. And then Oban, is sitting in eighth place in the Renault. He's a man of passion. He likes The love, not the speed. He does it for the love of it, not the speed. He snubs F1 for the O.T.H manufacturers. So that's Renault. That's the kind of people you're dealing with at Renault. Oban then, well done, probably. I'm taking too long. I'm sorry. I've got to speed this up. Sorry. Medium GT is in 9th place. It is the first grid walk. We might be quicker before. He's in the Nissan, ladies and gentlemen. 8th place of 4. Matteo, I like that. I'm a sucker for liveries. So, this is for me anyway. I don't know why I'm apologising to you lot. These streams are actually for me, just because I can mute me and turn me down and just look at cars. So that's looking dead sexy for medium GT in 9th place. In 10th place, that's a McShady. Oh my God, it gets worse. I'm guessing, is this Orgasmic Cry? Yeah, it's Orgasmic Cry in Orgasmic Taffy Racing. So, Orgasmic Taffy Racing in the McShady, ladies and gentlemen. A union of the Welsh and English. Isn't that beautiful, eh? Isn't that just goddamn smack you in the face wonderful? I love it. Then in... I'm losing my place, look. What? I've done Duffy! That wasn't Duffy! Oh, God. Let's get back down here. My handwriting is terrible and people have got similar names. So this is wrong honour. Stolen valour, ladies and gentlemen. Stolen valour has happened here on the grid, and I am the root cause of it. I apologise. In 7th place, ladies and gentlemen, is Dougie, not Duffy. It's like Duffy from another universe. Dougie. It's Dougie. Or is it Buggy? That might be a B. It's Buggy. I got it totally wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, should I give up? Shouldn't I? I should just turn it off. This has gone very wrong already. I've not even got off the grid. We've not even turned a wheel, and everything has fallen apart. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the serious side of the Over the Hill Racing Group. And I am not a representation of that. Brad in the chat saying hi, Thingy, and chat. Oban here. Hello, Oban. And Joel saying RC Buggy. Buggy. Yes, it's my handwriting. The B just looks like a D with a line in it. And there's no excuse. The G's don't look anything like the F's. And even I didn't call Duffman Duffy. His name's actually Duffman. So, God, it's all gone wrong. That's it. I give up. So that's Buggy, ladies and gentlemen. In 7th place, he is driving the Lexus. Lexus. You don't know that reference. Oh, my God, I'm old. Alan Partridge. It's another must-watch, ladies and gentlemen. So where are we now? This, ladies and gentlemen, is Duffman. It says it on the side of the car. You can't go wrong, can you? Carbon saying drinking much. I wish that was the excuse. I've just totally poor at this. I keep telling people I'm not that good at this, and they keep saying, no, you're really good. It's like, no, I'm what do they call? Fake it until you break it? Make it. Well, for me, it's fake it until I break it. Duffman then in 11th place. He's in a McShady. Oh, God. At least I'm having fun. 12th place here is Old Codge Racing, sorry. And I like that. He's in the Renault. He's in the Renault, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy Coca-Cola all times. Capitalist pigs. Pah. Drink Red Bull. They're not evil empire at all. Oh, Tronatic. Get my Tron on, ladies and gentlemen. What is this? This is, it's another one. It's Kyle Roy. I reckon I got that right. Kyle Roy, and it's a Ferrari. Oh, but it's like Ferrari from Tron. And I am a huge Tron fan, so I am here. We're not going anywhere else. We're sitting here for a bit. Now, class, I want you to look at this picture and see what's actually going on. The contrast of the black with the neon blue really causes the eye to travel across the... Yeah, okay. Kyle Roy then in 13th, ladies and gentlemen. Flinch is in 14th in also a Ferrari, and he's got Bruce Lee with him, so he is good. If that's not Bruce Lee, that's Bruce Lee. He had the 4 scratches in Enter the Dragon. So, Flinch has got Bruce Lee with him. He's fine. Bruce Lee doing what you do to me. Haven't been the same since my teenage lobotomy. And look at this gorgeous looking Corvette. Saving the best till last, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Rudes. Oh, you are so going to get called Rude Boy. Oh, my. That. Hey. Oh, no, I was singing Ashes. I wasn't singing Everyone Was Kung Fu Fighting. But how weird that Bruce Lee's on the car in front and this one says surely not everyone was Kung Fu Fighting at the back. Because everybody was Kung Fu Fighting. Oh, man, could you imagine after the Bruce Lee one I sung the Kung Fu Fighting one and I chose Ashes Kung Fu instead of... Well, it's been that kind of stream. Well, thank you for joining me here at Thingamajig. That was the O.T.H, and I'll be live streaming tomorrow. Hopefully a bit better. Here we go, then. Let's get on with a race, shall we? Let's stop this nonsense once and for all. We'll take the goggles off, and we're going to go free flow. So Matteo leads them around here for 15-minute racing at the brands of Hatch. It's a hatch with a brand on it. Matteo leads them away with Upper Million setting chase. Jonty in 3rd place. It's been so long since I was down that end of the grid, I've forgotten who was there. Pigsy is in 4th. Amtrak setting chase in the Porsche. And let's have a quick check there, because it looked like Upper Million is sniffing around the rear derriere of the Alfa Romeo. And the Alfa Romeo may be fast on one lap, but the Tenza has got a lot to say. And now we can see where the Alfa comes into play here in the long straight lines. He's pulled away a little bit, not a lot. Jonty and Pigsy battling together in the Ferraris, and Amtrak there in 5th ahead of his Porsche teammate Gaz. Buggy is in 7th place with Oban in 12th. Medium GT in 9th place. A little gap there as we've got a bit of a battle here between, I am not sure. No, it's not them two. We were side by side. It's these two here. Buggy and Medium GT. Medium GT is there. No, it's not. This is Medium GT and Oban. Look, it's my first race. I don't know their cars yet. We'll get there, honestly. So Oban and Medium GT slicing and dicing with each other. And Medium GT there. Did he move up ahead of Oban? He did, ladies and gentlemen. Started behind him. And he's off to a flying start in the Nissan. Oban then in 9th place in the Renault as Orgasmic Cry and Duffman do battle in their Mercedes. Then we've got the old Codge Racer. Looks like Kilroy? No, Kyle Roy is going for gold here, ladies and gentlemen. Up and into Paddock Hill bend, onto the brakes, and that is absolutely there in his Renault. Is sitting in 13th. Boots in the Corvette, all up and about his business. We've got a yellow flag. We've got a yellow flag there. I can see him flying back onto the track. It looks like, no, it's not Duffman, it's a Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen. Pigsy, oh my good golly gosh. Pigsy, oh, it looks like he just went a little wide with a wheel and decided to do a trio of spins. And he's back onto the track now in 13th with only a 15-minute race, although there is still 2 other races. He can make time up, and Flinch going in for the move. Ferrari on Ferrari action. Here's 2 Italian ladies and gentlemen, and it was saucy. Pigsy then down into 14th as Flinch moves up into that 13th place. Matteo leads. Jonty is ahead of Upper Million, but Upper Million looks like he's going to set that straight right now, as he's got Amtrak right in his smelly end, as Ian would say. He's another commentator. I nicked that one. It was funny. I had to say it. Nothing's original with me anyway. So Upper Business there. That one's mine. It's annoying. I hate it. Also, oh, he's dropped behind. He was with the other one. One of Amtrak's made movements there. Buggy started in 7th. Gaz has slipped behind then, but he's in 6th. But we lost Pigsy, didn't we? It's like a puzzle, ladies and gentlemen. Medium GT in 7th place, started in 9th, but we have had Pigsy slip and Pigsy slip, and we saw him get the move done on Oban. The Renault at the moment in no man's land, all by himself, whilst Orgasmic Cry is slamming McShady at the moment. Carlroy, I so want to call him Kilroy. Carlroy is up and into 10th ahead of the Duff Man. Pigsy in 12th after he's off, so he's got himself past Flinch, but Flinch has dropped behind the Rudes boy. And O.T.H Racer clinging on for dear life, it seems, ladies and gentlemen. Matteo leads handsomely. 15-minute race, remember, we're already into 4 minutes. And Upper Million very close to the Ferrari, very excitable. Expecting movement, and he's looking up the inside, but the Ferrari of Jonty is excelling in that defensive driving, ladies and gentlemen. He got a gold star on that day, and Upper Million has no answers, but Amtrak is trying to crack that nut and all, and it's a struggle when there's 2 battling ahead of you trying to find that space. And the Ferrari coming over towards the right to try and cut the toe, but Upper Million not interested in it. He's not interested in the toe. He wants to get that corner perfect. He knows it's the launch out of the corners that's going to do it for him. That Ferrari, but the Group 4 one, I believe, isn't so bad as the Group 3 one, but it can be quite unsettled. It's a little bit of a handful. And I hear the Mazda is quite planted. So Upper Million, hoping that Jonty has a moment, and we have seen Pigsy in the Ferrari go flying off the track just from one wheel on the dirt. Oh, bit of tyre smoke there from Matteo, but it's all good at the moment. Jonty chasing him down, actually getting closer, so I think Matteo was affected there. There was movement here. There's movement for some reason. Is it medium GT drop down? It looks like it. Medium, no, he was there. No, I thought there was movement. How weird. So Upper Million, it's a real tight race here, ladies and gentlemen. Bugsy Malone. Oh, is it moving? Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, the Ferrari bites, and when it bites, ladies and gentlemen, it bites down. It closes its teeth. It's not a nibble. Oh, I don't know if there was, if there was contact there, I don't know. It was very slight, and I'm not the steward, so I'm not going to go over it again. But Upper Million, it was very close racing. That's all I'm going to say. Very close racing. Upper Million then into 2nd with Amtrak in 3rd. Buggy up and into 4th now. It's a race of attrition, ladies and gentlemen. It's about staying on the tarmac. Seems to be the key to moving up the order. Medium GT now into 6th as Oban moves up to 7th. Orgasmic Cry in 8th with Pigsy in 9th. Back ahead. Well, he was behind his T-bank last time. And Jonty rejoins the track down in 10th place. Duffman in 11th. Duffman at 33.3. Last time around he's got Rudes at 33.1 in the Corvette. And the Corvette is looking rather feisty at this point in the race. Then we have Flinch in 13th in the Ferrari with, oh no, Carl Roy has dropped down the order into 14th. He did a 150.7. That must have been a tough one to swallow. And he's ahead of O.T.H Racer. Matteo still leads from pole at the moment. Upper Million, whom was 2nd. He dropped down to 3rd and had some very close racing with Jonty. I don't think there was contact, but it's so close it's hard to call. It's one that a steward's got to sit there at the middle of the night watching it from every frame, pressing that little slow-mo button. Amtrak then in 3rd place, and Amtrak does look quite close to Upper Million right now, and Upper Million under the pressure of the Porsche, and Buggy in the action as well in his Lexus. In the chat then, hey, Vodka Rob in the chat saying good evening sir, well hello. Christopher Brown saying what's up thingy, Sinister here, how's it going? It's good man, I mean to answer you. I know you sent me a message on Discord, I do mean to answer you, I've been a bit busy. Duff GT saying evening thingy, hope you're well, I'm good. And Nifty also saying evening thingy, evening or, this looks a bit serious. Not the commentary, though, unfortunately. Don't watch the beginning bit, because I made a right mess of it. Matteo leads. I've got two of your drivers mixed up. It's a disgrace. It's a terrible... I'm ashamed of myself. Up a million in second. Amtrak in third with the bug. E is right there in fourth. And Gaz in fifth. A small gap, and I do mean a small gap, back to sixth for Medium GT, who is doing a super job in the Nissan at the moment. Oban having a bit of a lonely race in his Renault. And Pigsy had a huge off on lap 2, I believe, and he's not done bad, because he was virtually at the... I think he was at the back, and he's slowly grafted and has pulled himself up into 8th place. Not a disaster, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long season. Then John T in 9th place, and he is closing in on his teammates, 31.3, but Pigsy did have the fastest lap on lap 4, and still has the fastest lap, sorry. And but John T is looking rather swift and seems to be closing in quickly on his fellow Ferrari driver, Orgasmic Cry. Oh dear, Duffman coming up strong against the Orgasmic Cry. Orgasmic Cry doing a detour around the outside and then meets barrier. And Duffman, he feels, maybe he feels there was contact there. He's waiting. And Finch comes through. Whoa, Finch! I'm going on car with that one, ladies and gents. That looked fun. So we're Finch. We're minding our own business. We're in 12th. Brum, brum, brum. Oh, coming up to 10 minutes of this race. I hope I see someone before the end. Coming around the final corner. I'm going to start lap 7. And what the devil is this? Beautiful. Finchy, well done. Oh, Flinch, sorry. Hey, you did flinch as well, didn't you? Hey. I've been calling you Finch. This has been a disaster, Nifty. You've got to sack me. I've done terrible. I got overconfident with myself. Rude's in 10th, but he's picked up a penalty. An Orgasmic Cry now down in 11th, and Duffman behind him after the contact between the two McShadys. Kyle Roy is in 13th with O.T.H Racer, and we lost someone. Oh my word, we lost a man down, ladies and gentlemen. Man down in race 1 already, and it's Matteo leads against Upper Million, keeping him honest all day long, ladies and gentlemen. The Mazda just going on and on, pushing. Amtrak in third. He's lost sight of the Tenza, the Mazda, sorry, forgot what it was. And Gaz has closed in on the fellow Porsche driver, and it looks like we're going to have a duke out for third place here. Oban up into 5th with all the offs. Medium GT in 6th. Pigsy now worked his way up to 7th, but John T very close behind in 8th. I say very close behind. It looks like he's going to be making his move anytime soon. They're really cool looking cars. They've got 70s look about them. I like it. Pigsy, though, pulls away. He's got Paddock Hill Bend sorted out. Flinch in 9th with Orgasmic Cry just ahead of Duffman. The McShadys duking it out here with Carl Roy in 12th. Rude's in 13th. Old Codger Racer is in 14th. Is it Buggy we've lost? He was doing all right, so I imagine it's a disconnect issue with the Bugmeister. And Matteo at the moment leading from Upper Million. Then Gaz in third. He's got himself where? Oh my God! Good golly, Miss Molly, what happened to the Amtrak? Oh my! So Amtrak then. We're at 11 minutes and he just pushed it too hard, and Gaz followed him, but Gaz survives. And Amtrak faces the wrong way as he gets back onto the track. And can Oban pick up another place? He does. And it's Oban up into 4th place. Medium GT up to 5th as Amtrak slips down into 6th. And the shame of it all, ladies and gentlemen. Pigsy and John T know his feeling. They've come to console him, ladies and gentlemen, by overtaking him to make it worse, making it more painful. And Jonathan Williams just said dot. Oh, yeah, hang on. So, Sinister saying, we forgive you for the terrible one. Brad's giving it the toast. Nifty saying, doing a good job, Knocker. I get my own wife's name wrong, so you're doing just tickety-boo. Thank you very much. John Williams with the dot. And Rudy saying, well done, mate. That's all right. What, for guessing it was Buggy that had crashed out, or his internet had gone. So Matteo is leading up a million, pushing him all the way. We're at 12.5 minutes virtually. Gaz is in third. The cream always rises, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they say. And it doesn't matter where Gaz qualified. You knew he would be of importance come the end of the race. Oban up and into fourth. Solid job in the Renault and the Nissan as well. Look at this mixed bag. We've got the Alpha that's only just fast enough to stay ahead of the Mazda. Then we have a Porsche. Then we have a Renault. Then we have a Nissan. And then we have a Ferrari. We have two Ferraris and another Porsche. But that's a mixed bag of cars, and they're all rather close. Who says the bop doesn't work with Gran Turismo? So at the moment, Matteo slinging Alfa Romeo at the moment, with upper million set to chase. Pigsy's got that fastest lap of the race. Gaz in third, and there's no one near them. Oban clinging on against medium GT, a 32.7 last time out, and a 32.1 from Oban. He seems pretty safe. His tyres are in a lot better situation than medium GT, as Pigsy still ahead of Jonty. The way Jonty went flying up to the rear derriere of Pigsy, I thought he was just going to swan right on past. But Pigsy is holding his own against his fellow Ferrari driver. Oh, it looks like Jonty had a bit of a lap last time around, losing a couple of seconds. And now Jonty closing in. And we have the two Italian ladies getting it on here at Brands Hatch. Lovely stuff. And you don't even have to pay a subscription for it. Don't need an OnlyFans for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Oh yeah, right up the inside. Beautiful. Jonty then up and into 6th place with Pigsy in 7th. Then we've got Amtrak in 8th place with Orgasmic Cry and Duffman going side by side. And it looks like Duffman has made the move up and into 9th place ahead of Orgasmic Cry. And Flinch is closing in. He did a 34.0 last time around. 34.0 for Orgasmic Cry, who really is struggling to keep his McShady under control. It seems rear happy. And Carl Roy almost, he's done his fastest lap of the race so far. His tyres are quite tidy. Rude's in 13th. It's the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't that come around quick? And it looks like from start to flag, ladies and gentlemen, Matteo brings it on home. Smoke him a kipper. He'll be back for breakfast. Lovely stuff. Up a million in 2nd place. Cold sweat earlier. Thought that 2nd place was gone. And Gaz, great drive up to 3rd in the Porsche. Oban brings his Renault home in 4th place with the medium GT 5th, and the two Ferraris, Jonty and Pigsy 7th and 6th and 7th. Amtrak in 8th. I can't keep up with the finishers. And Duffman, Flinch. Oh yeah, because Orgasmic Cry had a spin, didn't he? He went to make sandcastles, ladies and gentlemen. And Duffman then comes over the line, a glorious 9th place in the McShady. Doing better than me, I couldn't drive that bugger. And Flinch, finishes in 10th with Orgasmic Cry in 11th. And Carl Roy in 12th with the Rudes in his Corvette. He was doing well as well. What happened there? Lap 7 happened, I guess. Lap 7. And lap 8 wasn't much better. So Roots brings home the Corvette just ahead of Old Codge Racer. And we're guessing Buggy. His internet bugged out on him. So first blood, ladies and gentlemen, of the season goes to Alfa Romeo. And it's a great drive there from Matteo. Up a million, qualified in 2nd, dropped to 3rd. But kept on at it, and I don't know, maybe he gets called to the stewards, I don't know. It was close racing is all I'm going to say. very close racing. Gaz gets the podium. And what a drive from Gaz then. Oban in fourth in the Renault. And medium did close in the end. And then we have Jonty. Oh, the casualties. The casualties of race one, ladies and gentlemen. Jonty in sixth place. Very close racing with Upper Million is all I'm saying. And Pigsy in seventh. We saw him putting a wheel out there and then doing a triple of 360s. I'm not counting all them up. What's that? 720 and 9. A lot. And ended up very last and pulled himself back up to seventh. So you've got to say, doff your cap to the man they call Pigsy and his Willie. Amtrak in eighth place. Oh, what a sad tune for Amtrak. Didn't quite see what happened there, but he was up there in, what was he? He was really pressuring Upper Million, wasn't he? And, slipping down into eighth place. Duffman had his adventures with Orgasmic Cry in ninth. Had to hang around for him. But I don't think, Flinch was the only guy that got past him, wasn't it? And he ended up back ahead of Flinch. So for Duffman, not too bad, really, especially as he qualified in 11th. He moved up 2 places. And he's got an absolutely cracking livery. Flinch in 10th. Good drive for Flinch. Good drive from 14th up to 10th. You cannot complain. Orgasmic Cry finishing in 11th. And they probably were hoping a little bit more out of that after qualifying in 10th. Carl Roy in 12th. And Rude's 13th. And Old Codger Racer finishing in 14th in the Renault. So as I've read it, interpreted it, the race 2 grid will be the reverse of that. So shall we see, ladies and gentlemen, if I got it right or wrong? Oh, don't look. I'm so into my that I didn't think to tell you not to look at the results, and now I'm all of a t'other. This has not gone as smoothly as I would like it. RC Buggy is back in the house. Tell your mother. And so Buggy takes pole position after his disconnect. Then Old Codger Racer. Yeah, it'd be better in this style, wouldn't it? Old Codger Racer is starting in second. They're all on the medium tyres. We don't have to worry about the tyres. Roots is starting in third place with Kyle Roy in fourth. How would you say that? It is Kyle, isn't it? It's K-Y. Oh, I could say K-Y-L Roy. K-Y Roy. I think it's Carl. Carl. It's a clever way of saying Carl. It's just not got an E on the end of it. Carl Roy. In fourth place in the Ferrari. Orgasmic Cry starting fifth in the McShady. Then we have Flinch in his Ferrari starting in sixth. Duffman starting seventh in his McShadys. And then Amtrak starting eighth in the Porsche. Pigsy starting in ninth in his Ferrari. And Jonty starting 10th in his Ferrari. And then we got Medium GT starting 11th in the Nissan. Oban starting 12th in the Renault. Gaz starting 13th in the Push. And then Upper Million 14th in the Mazda. And Matteo in the Alfa Romeo. Ace Matteo. What's he going to do from the back? We will see. So, ladies and gentlemen, another 15-minute race. Brace yourselves. We're going at it again. Come on. So, a Buggy then leads them away with Old Codger Racing in second, and the Rudes is in third place. We've got Carl Roy sniffing, chomping at the bit, but Orgasmic Cry looking very racy behind. Then a little gap to Duffman, Flinch, then it's Amtrak, but it looks like there's movement here. Flinch looking racy there. and he's had to back off, and Amtrak and Pigsy, sorry. Amtrak and Pigsy getting dicey. Oh, and Pigsy's got to watch. Well, that was Flinch that was wide then. They've got to watch those Ferraris. They're very temperamental. And Pigsy and Jonty then closing in on each other, but it's all good as they go through, I believe, 30s. I'm not going to start doing all the corner stuff because it just sounds like I know what I'm doing. Medium GT in 11th with Oban in 12th. Upper Million in 13th. We've got a lovely little three-way battle there with Oban in the middle of it. Medium GT and Upper Million behind. Gaz in there 14th and Matteo 15th, yet to make a move. Buggy leads, ladies and gentlemen, in the Lexus as the old Codger racer chases him down. These two are doing it absolutely fine. Roots, old Codger Racing, he's like one of those horses that need another horse to run with. In when you do, well, I'm not a betting man, I'm not a gambling man, I don't follow horse racing, but my father does like a flutter. And yeah, you get horses where they put a horse in that's got no chance of winning, but it gives the other horse something to chase. And maybe that's what old Codger Racing needed here, because he's come to life in this second race, staying with the buggy. Rude's just behind in the Corvette with Carl Roy in 4th, Orgasmic Cry in 5th, and then we're getting rather comfortable down here. Orgasmic Cry going wide through Druids, and Duffman is up. Duffman is up and into 5th place. Let me at him, he says. Amtrak in 7th, he wants to get by, and he's got the two Ferraris looming large behind him. Oh, what's that? That's not a Ferrari. Oh, that's Orgasmic Cry, sorry. Amtrak getting by Orgasmic Cry, and everyone's having a go. Poor old Orgasmic Cry at the moment is getting surpassed by the field. So Pigsy, it's tight. He's through. And Orgasmic Cry then slipping down into 8th, and it's Jonty next on the list. Is his name down though, Orgasmic Cry? Does he get a pass? Then we've got Flinch in 10th, Upper Million working his way up to 11th now, ahead of Oban. We saw Oban higher than that, he's had a slip. Matteo's made his way up into 13th, ahead of Medium GT, who's also had a slip, so I'm guessing Oban and Medium GT have probably had a meeting somewhere at the side of the road. And Gaz is at the back, and so he's been overtaken. Buggy is flying, and old Codger is holding his own against the Rudes. But it looks like these guys are starting to come in for the kill. Amtrak now. Let's sit alongside him. We're having a ride with you, Amtrak, as he lay brakes into Druids, ladies and gentlemen, right onto the apex, and gets by Carl Roy. He gets by, everyone gets by Carl Roy. Has he had a spin? Oh, he's looking like he's just trying to stay out of the way of this absolute mayhem of speedy drivers coming through. And now Amtrak all up and in Rudes' business. Amtrak just ticking them off. Duffman following him through in 5th, and Pigsy is in the action as well in 6th. Orgasmic Cry 7th, Jonty in 8th. Carl Roy has dropped down into 9th now, and he's got Upper Million knocking on the door, and Upper Million looking up the inside, nearly 3 wide as Oban tries to join the party. Oban banging doors, and he's through up ahead of the Atenza and the Renault, looking nifty, ladies and gentlemen. And Upper Million there loses a place to Finch as well. My good golly gosh, but he's coming back at the Finch, but he's got to watch behind him because he's got a Nissan of Medium GT. Matteo trying to make his way through the field as Gaz is also in 15th. The racing is hard and fast everywhere. Buggy crosses the line with another fastest lap. Old Codger being caught now by the Rudes and Amtrak. Amtrak trying his best to get past the Rudes, ladies and gentlemen. And can he do it up the inside here at Paddock Hill Bend? And he's got it, and Rudes has gone the wrong way. But he's held that, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that's catch of the season, ladies and gents. Pigsy and Jonty side by side into Druids, and it's Pigsy just with his nose ahead, and Jonty has to sit back and wait for another opportunity. opportunity. Meanwhile, Duffman slipping down into 7th as the two Ferraris play dare with the edge of the track. And we know what can happen when they go too far afield. Jonty's going for a move into Surtees up the inside. No, Pigsy's still got it. The audacity around the outside. And I think Jonty must have had a little wiggle on there. And he's dropped in behind the Pigsy as Duffman and all of the rest of the field want to take it in turns going past Jonty. Oh my word, but Jonty will not be overtaken, and now Orgasmic Cry fancies a go at the second McShady as Carl Roy is sticking his nose in as well. Gosh, look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is a sight to behold, ladies and gentlemen. That is called close racing. Carl Roy out wide as Duffman leads Orgasmic Cry up a million. Oban and Carl Roy, who's just had a slight off, and Matteo heads up towards him. We are 6 minutes into this race. Buggy leads by an absolute mile, ladies and gentlemen. Catch up with the chat quick. It's gone crazy. Nifty, what was that? Elvis on Star Wars, yeah. Available on KTEL Records in Woolworths and all good record stores. Joel Waston saying, nice catch, Rudy. And, Joel saying, I'm Amtrak. Well, hello, Amtrak. Welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. You're doing rather well. Let's hope it doesn't end like the first, the race 2. Don't push too hard, my friend. So Buggy has bolted, Amtrak is chasing, and the rest of the field are trying to find their order. Pigsy ahead of Jonty, chasing down Old Codger Racer. Old Codger Racer at the moment doing an astounding job. He fell off the pack in the first race and seemed to lose all of his pace, but now with the idea of a podium on the cards, Old Codger Racer is not playing, he's not hanging back. Pigsy and Jonty together again, reunited from the first race. These two are stuck together like glue. And Duffman in 6th place, Orgasmic Cry in 7th, but up a million, making a move. He's making the moves, ladies and gentlemen, and Orgasmic Cry again on another detour of the Brands Hatch. And he's been met by an Oban saying, get out of the way, get out of the way. Get your McShady out of my way. I'm in a Renault, and I need to get by. And Orgasmic Cry then elbows out. He's saying, no, sir. This is my position, I think you'll find. And Oban, he's going to do the Duke out into Paddock Hill, but it looks like he braked a little earlier than Orgasmic Cry, and Orgasmic Cry makes the corner. So Oban, a little earlier on the brakes. He's going for the move in Druids, though. No. You have to get up very early in the morning to catch Orgasmic Cry out there, ladies and gentlemen. Oban then in 9th as Matteo's moved himself up to 10th ahead of Roods, who we saw do an amazing catch in Paddock Hill. I thought he was gone, ladies and gentlemen, and he held it. Carl Roy in 12th place at the moment. He's chasing Roods, and there's some racing here with Matteo, Orgasmic Cry, and Oban. Oban does finally get up ahead of Orgasmic Cry, and Matteo in the mix. He's also ahead of Orgasmic Cry, and we're nearly 9 minutes into the race. Buggy still leads from Amtrak. Pigsy now is up into 3rd. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We must, there is racing everywhere. Where is he? Oh, Codger's down there. He's got a half a second penalty. So I think he's had a bit of an off there and been penalised for it as well, which has allowed up a million up to 6th. Duffman up into 5th. Duffman having an absolute banger of a race. Jonty into 4th with Pigsy in 3rd. Unbelievable work from the Ferrari drivers here at Brands Hatch. We are coming up to 9.5 minutes of this 15-minute race. It's the second race of the evening, and it has been electric, ladies and gentlemen. It has been amazing. So Buggy leads. Amtrak in 2nd. These guys have broken away from the pass. It's contractually obliged. Duffman in 5th. Can Duffman do something about those pesky Ferraris? The McShady doing a lot better than I expected it. Up a million in 6th. The Mazda hauling ass, as the Americans would say. O.T.H is being Matteo'd right now. Ace Matteo making the moves that he's going up to 7th place, ladies and gentlemen, but catching up a million is another story altogether. But at the moment, Matteo is up and into 7th with O.T.H Racer down into 8th. Oban 9th in his Renault. So we're going to see some French on French action now, ladies and gentlemen. No subscription required. Here, you can get it for free. And so O.T.H Racer just ahead of Oban, and it's the two Renaults preparing themselves. Orgasmic Cry in 10th place, and Carl Roy is all up and in his exhaust pipe. He's climbing into the boot, but there's no room because of the dead body. Hey, Orgasmic Cry, we know your secret. So Orgasmic Cry in 10th place. Kilroy is in 11th. Kilroy fancies a go at the Orgasmic Cry. O.T.H has slipped, and Oban now is that's it. Oban's got ahead of. Oh yeah, it was O.T.H, wasn't it? It was that French on French action. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it was so swift we missed it. Wow, those French are quick. So Oban ahead of O.T.H Racer, and Orgasmic Cry in 10th, and Carl Roy still adding that pressure, still giving Orgasmic Cry something to think about. Gaz in 12th, he's finally got off of that last position. He's up ahead of Flinch, who's ahead of Rudes, and Medium GT somewhere along the way the last time around has had an absolute nightmare, a 1:47.5. Not what he was looking for, or was it? 3 minutes to go, and Medium GT looking very good for pole position in the next race. I am not saying it's a tactic, ladies and gentlemen, but if it's a tactic that we all deployed, you'd have like the fourth down, all trying to go last. So I'm sure it's not. I'm sure he's had enough, but it's not too bad, is it? It's not too bad being at the back by the end of the race, because you're going to be at the front for the next race. So Buggy then is leading easily. I don't think Amtrak can even do the laps. He's got the fastest lap, 31.2 last time out though. Buggy a 31.7. No, Buggy has bolted, ladies and gentlemen. Pigsy's lost his jaunty. My God, Pigsy, half your car's missing. The bit at the back, the bit that you have at the back of your car, the trailer part that looks just like your car, it's gone. Does he know? Should someone tell him that he's lost half his car? Pigsy, half your car's gone. Up a million then, up into 4th with Duffman. He's got past Duffman as well. We've missed some racing down here as Jonty slips down into 6th. And I'm guessing Jonty had a bit of a small mistake there with the 35. He's coming back against the Duffman up the inside. My good golly gosh, Duffman held it in there in the McShady, kept his foot in, ladies and gentlemen, and stayed ahead, reaped the rewards. And Jonty then just has to sniff that exhaust pipe for a little bit longer. Matteo is in 7th place. He's hoping for some real corruption ahead in their racing. Corrupted files. Duffman kicking up a bit of dust into Jonty's face, but Jonty is just cruising on by. He's on the outside though in a very tricky final corner. And he's going to go for the drive out the corner, and then Matteo's got the drive out the corner as well. 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we should have stayed in that shot. Bugger neck. And now we go to this shot. Oh, I messed that all up. So Matteo then in 5th place. What a move. But Jonty's still got the push, and Jonty's going for the move as well. And it's Jonty up into 5th, Matteo in 6th, but Duffman's on the inside of Matteo, and it was all for naught. It was all for naught, ladies and gentlemen. An amazing move. And he got unfurled coming into Druids, and Jonty now in 5th place with Duffman in 6th, and Ace Matteo still in 7th, with Oban catching up in 8th place. O.T.H Racer in 9th with Carl Roy in 10th. Gaz is in 11th. Orgasmic Cry is 12th. Flinch is in 13th. Rudes is 14th, and Medium GT is in 15th. Buggy leads. He's catching someone up. Amtrak, this is the final lap. My word. Is there anything Up a million, might catch. Jonty looks all right. Matteo has got himself ahead of Duffman and Oban in the end. Sorry, missed that one, but it was always going to happen, wasn't it? So Buggy comes over the line to take the win. Lovely stuff. Amtrak gets himself a solid second place and makes up for race 1. Ladies and gentlemen, what a drive. Pigsy in for a podium, ladies and gentlemen. And Pigsy Willie Racing, absolutely banging. Third, fourth for up a million, good points. Jonty in 5th, ahead of Matteo in 6th, Duffman in 7th, Oban in 8th. They were close across the line. Oh, Codger Racing bringing it home in 9th, Carl Roy in 10th, Gaz in 11th, Orgasmic Cry in 12th, Flinch comes home in 13th, Rudes has grabbed himself 14th ahead of Medium GT that finished a lap down, I guess. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was race 2, and you can see that table is taking an interesting shape. So the grid for the next race should be Medium GT on pole. Medium effort, I love it. Rudes in 2nd. Well, they did. This is how they'll start. I'll do it. That's confusing. I'll just do how they finished. Buggy grabbed himself the win. Great drive from the Bugs. Is there a better shot? There you go. In the Lexus. So we've had, what we had then? We've had a Alpha win and a Lexus win. Amtrak in 2nd. That Porsche is looking fighty in the Group 4s, ladies and gentlemen. Pigsy in 3rd. The Ferrari very fast but very unstable. Just like one of my ex-girlfriends. I was going to say ex-wife. I've only had one so far. Pigsy in 3rd. Up a million in 4th with Jonty in 5th. Matteo, oh God, what shot is that? Come on, cameraman. Matteo finishing in 6th. Good points there for the winner of race 1. Duffman in 7th. Oban brought it home in 8th. Old Codger Racing Racer is in 9th. Kyle Roy in 10th with Gaz in 11th. Orgasmic Cry in 12th. Flinch in 13th. Rudes in 14th. Medium GT finishing in 15th. And they will be starting the race in the race 3 in the reverse order of what I just told you. That makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? And now then, in the chat, I've missed some. Rudy saying, thanks, Joel. I did a lot of catching Sunday, just not other care. LMA off. Rudy saying cars. Instead of care, cars. Joel saying lol. Rudy saying, I'm Rudes. You are killing it, thingy. Oh, bless you. Thank you. And Joel saying, wow, John. I think that's it. Right, race 3. I just had to take a minute there. I was taking stock, ladies and gentlemen. I thought, is there something more I needed to add about this race? And then I thought, no, I read the chat. That was the last bit. Should have read the chat. Oh, look, I'm all over the place. I should have read the chat whilst this was loading. That was a little bit silly of me. Look at this. See, now this is the time to read the chat. But then I missed saying, don't read the results. It's a spoiler. You don't want it spoiled. So here we go then. Replay, play. Did you read it? You better not have. You are you cheater. You better not read it. So yes, as we we already said, we'll do a quick flick. We know what it is. Medium GT first. Rudes is in 2nd. Flinch starts 3rd. Orgasmic Cry in 4th. Gaz starts 5th. Carl Roy started Kilroy. It could be Kill. No, it's Carl, isn't it? 6th for Carl Roy. 7th for Old Codger Racer. Then 8th for Oban. Then 9th for Duffman. Then Matteo in 10th. Jonty starts 11th. Up a Million starts in 12th. Pigsy starts 13th. Amtrak starts 14th. What the hell is that part of that car? What are we looking at? Are we inside something? Because that's always fun. I don't know. We must have been inside Pigsy. Whew, that was an experience. And Buggy in 15th in the Lexus, the winner of race 1. One quick with the chat and then a sip of me brew, and then we're going to go, ladies and gentlemen, for the last 15 minutes. We're going to make it a big one. We're really going to, if we all pull together in this one, we really, pull together as a team, we can make this one an epic. ending to the stream. There we go. So Vodka Rob saying, you were wondering why I hadn't spoke for a while, weren't you? Yeah, no, you've eaten your fish and chips or your McDonald's or whatever lovely. Hey, sod you. I had Chinese last night, Vodka Rob, so sniff on those apples. I had a barbecue chow mein, chicken and pork special barbecue chow mein. I thank you, sir. Ha. And Duffman saying, let's do this. Yes, Duffman, that's right. That's the attitude. Let's not boast about what food we've been eating. Let's get on with some racing. Medium GT then leads them away for the final time here at Brands Hatch for an epic race then. 15 minutes of racing on the racing mediums, the Group 4 cars. It's the Manufacturers' Cup, and Roods is having a look at the medium GTs, fancying the Nissan in the early stages of this race. Flinch is holding off a very strong orgasmic cry, and you can't hold them back, ladies and gentlemen. You've just got to unleash them. And it has been unleashed. Orgasmic cry through and past, and so has Gaz. Gaz making a move on the Ferrari, but Flinch coming back harder and stronger, hitting like Bruce Lee, ladies and gentlemen, and Gaz is back. You don't want to mess with the Scot, man. Carl Roy is in 6th with the Cojet Eraser in 7th. Oban is in 8th. They're screaming, they're squealing, they're squeaking up ahead as we have Gaz and Orgasmic Cry alongside each other, and Flinch has got back ahead of them, ladies and gentlemen, as Gaz and the Orgasmic Cry go man oh man. And Carl Roy fancies a piece around the outside, but you've got to be careful with that Ferrari, sir. Doesn't like it off-road. Flinch then giving us a little flash. Is he on a controller by any chance? Roods is in 2nd. Medium GT still leads. We didn't even have a chance to look at him because I wanted to get back down here for Gaz, because I feel Gaz is starting to wind it up. No, Gaz got overtook. I think he overcooked it, trying to get to Flinch, and now Orgasmic Cry is back ahead of the Gaz. Carl Roy in 6th. We've had movement down here. I heard squealing. Duffman going for a move on Oban. No, Oban up the inside of Duffman. And Matteo is sniffing around as well. Watch out. 3 wide coming down the straight. And what's that, lap 2? That's a thumbnail, if ever I saw one. Duffman then, Matteo. Pigsy's just there in the Ferrari. Amtrak in 12th. Upper Million in 13th. Buggy is in 14th. And Jonty is back there in 15th, just having a rest. Medium GT has gone very wide there, ladies and gentlemen. But it's okay. The Nissan survived. Most people spin out there, but not our man Medium GT. That's what medium effort brings you, ladies and gentlemen. If he was going full effort, that would have been a spin. But because he's only putting medium effort in, no spin. Roods in 2nd, but the Flinch is closing in his Ferrari. Gaz in 4th with Orgasmic Cry in 5th, and Carl Roy is 6th with Oban in 7th in the Renault, being chased by the Ferrari of Pigsy. Let's get on board with the Pigsy. Let's get alongside Pigsy for a short while here. Medium GT leads. Roods in 2nd, Flinch in 3rd. We're on board 8th place Pigsy, just ahead of Duffman, and chasing down the Renault, the little green meanie of Oban, the Swiss driver. There we see Pigsy masterfully controlling the Ferrari into the corners. No wrestling there, ladies and gentlemen. Smooth inputs. Smooth inputs all the way. That wheel not jarred, not jeered. It's just nice. It's like he's part of the car. It's like he's dancing with a beautiful lady. Just a nice smooth input as he closes in on the O-Ban. He looks closer outside than he did actually inside, didn't he? Duffman and Matteo with Upper Million duking it out, having an absolute epic battle here. And Matteo, he had a lonely race that first race, but he's made up for it in the last 2 races with all of the racing. Unbelievable stuff. Nifty saying I'm pigging hungry now. It's Vodka Rob. He does that. He comes in and sabotages it, starts talking about food. I think he should start a YouTube channel of just like unboxing takeaway stuff. Hello kids, today we've got a McDonald's. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh look, the lettuce is slightly brown. That's how I like it. The burger is half out of the bun and the sauce is totally missing from this side of the burger. This is one of McDonald's finest, ladies and gentlemen. So, Carl Roy, I fancy it now. I want to do a YouTube channel of unboxing McDonald's from Uber with a thermometer as well, measuring the temperature. Right then, Carl Roy is in 5th. Let's get back into this. Oh, Flinchy's had an off, ladies and gentlemen. Flinchy has had a detour, and it's gone very wrong. They've all come by. Who was the first one? Carl Roy up into 4th. Orgasmic Cry in 5th, but he's got Oban, Pigsy. Pigsy's up the inside. Way, hey! Ladies and gentlemen, you are very welcome. Whew, I peaked. I peaked too soon, son. Orgasmic Cry then in 5th place with Pigsy in 6th as he just made an absolute blinding move on Duffman, and it looks like Matteo followed him through as well. Duffman in 8th now with Jonty up to 9th. We saw him right at the back, wasn't it? And now he's up to 9th as Flinch we saw having a small off. Nothing serious, but he's back there in 10th place with Buggy now in 11th. Buggy, the winner of race 2, coming on through, ladies and gentlemen. We're already 1/3 into this race. How epic has this been? Up a million in 12th, racing with Amtrak. Neither of them have won races, but they've come second. They're like bridesmaids. Up a million then, 13th with Oban. Oh no, it was Oban we saw everyone going up the inside of. Paddock Hill Bend. I hope it didn't end up with him being miles out. May have done. Oh, the 2 Renaults at the back. Hey, don't the French deserve it? Medium GT then leads this race handsomely. Rudes still holding on to that 2nd place, but Gaz is sniffing. And when Gaz starts sniffing, you know something's going to happen. He gets that itchy nose, you see, and then that's it. He turns into Pro Sim Racer. He eats a banana and becomes Eric of Cassian Road or something. Rudes is off. Even the power of the Gaz, just the power of his mind. But Rudes, where are you, Rudes? Rudes off of the road. He didn't even need to overtake him. He used the force, ladies and gentlemen. So Medium GT leads with Gaz now into 2nd. Carl Roy in 3rd place. Come on, Carl Roy. This is the moment. This is the time. It's time to throw up Mum's spaghetti all down your front. Orgasmic Cry in 4th place. Orgasmic Cry under a lot of pressure there, though, of about 16 cars all bearing down on him, with Matteo being the top car, Pigsy being the next one, and Duffman after that. And then we've got Jonty, if you want to keep going, and Buggy's there as well. This could be explosive, ladies and gentlemen. Orgasmic Cry kicking up a piece of dirt there, and Matteo having a sniff in the corner. It's nothing doing there, he says. Nothing doing there, but he's got the Pigsy all up in his blanket. Ladies and gentlemen, he's cooking bacon, you could say. He's chopping pork chops. I can't know. He's coming back out, ladies and gentlemen, and Matteo in the 4C is defenseless except for that accelerator, and he uses it to great effect. And now Duffman coming through. This is the problem. When you try and make a move and it doesn't pull off, then everyone's coming through. And Duffman and Jonty being proof of that. Oh, Pigsy, that might be the actual thumbnail. What's that, lap 6? Oh my word, always looking for a thumbnail. And again, 3 wide coming into Druids as Buggy throws one up the inside of Jonty, but Jonty's not having that. Jonty is not having that one bit. Oh! And there goes the Tifosi, ladies and gentlemen. They're grabbing their coats. They're leaving. They've had enough. Oh, sorry, Jonty, man. That Ferrari is such a schizophrenic ex-girlfriend. Unstable. Medium GT then leads the way with Gaz in sec. You know, when I say that ex-girlfriend is a schizo, you all pictured someone, didn't you? You know you all pictured someone. I did. I'm not scared to say her name as well. Sarah. Nightmare. So Medium GT leads with Gaz in second, Carl Roy in third, Matteo is in fourth with Orgasmic Cry in fifth, and Duffman. Let's get on board, because this is epic between the McShadies, ladies and gentlemen. And I think the question of can the Over the Hill Racing Consortium do serious racing has definitely been answered this evening. I can't do serious racing as Thingamajig the commentator, but as pro sim racers, these guys have proved they have got the worth. Buggy then in the periphery of Duffman and Orgasmic Cry. Matteo now up into fourth. Matteo scoring huge points today. Absolutely big uns. Where is Upper Million? See, Upper Million, he feels like he's as close to him, and Amtrak look like they might be contenders this season. Gaz didn't score a lot of points in that second race. It's too early, ladies and gentlemen. 12 rounds, remember. Too early to start saying where this championship's gonna go. And don't forget, with that added spice of the top 6 of the championship have to qualify on racing hard tyres next time, which is pretty much condemning them to the back of the grid. But does the back of the grid really matter? Because we've seen some, although it's definitely helpful to start on pole, isn't it? Because Medium GT looks like he's going to bang this win, and Buggy, he got the win in the second one from pole. So far all the pole sitters have taken the wins. Interesting. Johnsy down into 14th behind Rudes now. Where was he racing? He was racing with Pigsy and Upper Million, Amtrak. So he's not lost a lot, but still. Sorry, I'm bouncing around. I'm trying to work out where this race is at the moment. Oh, Orgasmic Cry going a little wide there into the final corner. And it really hurts you because it's a small straight down that after the final corner, so you lose all pace and everyone just sweeps on by. Buggy up to 6th, race winner of race 2, chasing down Duffman in 5th. Consistency is going to be the key in this one, isn't it? Because winning a race is kind of like condemning you to not. Well, Buggy's getting 6th place in the 3rd race, and I think Matteo did all right in the 2nd race, so maybe not. Let's not try and guess how this championship is in the first round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how it plays out. Medium GT at the moment, though, slamming Nissan. Slamming and slinging and slapping all at the same time. Medium GT is doing all 3 of those things. Gaz is chasing, but we're coming up to the 12th minute. Gaz with the fastest lap under his belt so far, and Matteo in 3rd. Great drive from Matteo in the chat then. We've got Vodka Rab with a little eyebrow emoji. Then we've got Joel, who's Amtrak, sorry. Final at Brands Hatch, unless you join us for golfing at Indy this weekend. Vodka Rob saying, for once it wasn't me that was eating, it was the cat being a pest. Oh, there you go. Vodka Rob saying monkey magic. And Michelle, I'm not sure. Is that something to do with the French? Medium GT then leads ahead of the Gaz. The Gaz trying to close in. And Medium GT with a 32.1 last time around. Gaz with a 31.5, but he's flicking the purples at us, ladies and gentlemen, through the sectors. He is slamming Porsche. And Matteo chasing as well, with also the fastest lap under his belt. Carl Roy 4th. It's looking good for Carl Roy. You can't say that the first 2 races he set the world on fire, but come the 3rd race he has found his rhythm. He has found his place. He is absolutely slinging a Ferrari. Oh, Michelle, my ex-Michelle. That's who you saw when I said ex-psycho girlfriend. Oh, poor Michelle. And Duffman right there behind Buggy. Buggy under pressure at the moment from Duffman in the McShady. Duffman a 33.2 last time out. 32.2. I think Buggy is all right there. Amtrak is the danger man behind Duffman. Amtrak looking for positions. He fancies it this season. Upper Million as well, looking for some good points on the board. Pigsy in 9th. I was trying to think of another pig reference. I can't. Any of you pigs move and I'll execute every last one of you. Orgasmic Cry. Reservoir. No, Pulp Fiction, sorry. Or Fun Loving Criminals, if you rather. So Pigsy in 9th, Oban in 10th, Orgasmic Cry in 11th, Flinch is in 12th, Jonty in 13th, Rudes 14th, and Old Codger Racer in 15th. And Gaz has taken the lead. Oh my word, medium. He loves the wide line, doesn't he? So medium GT, he is having tyre issues with those mediums tyres. Medium GT with the medium tyres is having a mediocre problem. And he's had a small off there, and the Gaz just swans on by. I like a swan. Swanning. And goes ahead, and it's going to be Gaz for the win. And there's me saying, well, everyone who starts on pole wins the race. And Gaz proving me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Medium GT in second, and Matteo has got the pace. Can Medium GT even finish in second at the moment? We've only got 10 seconds left until the flag comes out. They are about half a lap away, and Matteo is really pushing his 4C. Oh, Medium GT's retaking the lead. Gaz has ended up facing the barrier. What the hell, man? From absolutely nothing, the car just got a little out of shape. He tried to recorrect, and then the Porsche said, oh yeah, you try and recorrect me? Oh, and we got more offs. Oh my word, what's happening? So, first of all, we have Gaz's off. Kaboom, see you later. Gaz, he's doing the Highland Fling right now. Medium GT then takes the lead, but then Medium GT decides to go straight on, as does Matteo. But Matteo gets back onto the road before Medium GT, who decides to have a little spin around. And Kyle Roy is coming through, ladies and gentlemen, with only a couple more corners to go, in second place. And Amtrak's pulled up to third, and now Up A Million's suddenly interested. Now there's a podium in it, and Up A Million wants to overtake him. He's been sat behind him for the last 6 laps, and now suddenly, oh well, it's worth it now. Oh, I might as well bother. It's worth the pay. So Matteo then comes around that final corner. 2 wins, ladies and gentlemen. I did not see that coming. Ace Rimmer, Ace Matteo, ladies and gentlemen. Cook him out. Smoke him a kipper. Carl Roy in second. I am absolutely over the moon because I love that car. And third for Amtrak. He did stay ahead of Up A Million in the end. And whoa-zers, everything went crazy there. Pigsy in 5th, Medium GT in 6th, Gaz in 7th, Oban in 8th, Orgasmic Cry, Flinch, Jonty in 11th. My God, they were all together. I might go back because that was crazy. Where were they all? So here we go, Medium GT just went for it, didn't he? Yeah, Medium GT just absolutely slung it. He was already behind Pigsy, so I don't suppose. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Medium GT, has everyone finished? Flinch? Jonty hasn't, here we go. Jonty comes across the line to take 11th. Duffman, oh no, what happened to Duffman near the end there? And Buggy was higher than that in 12th. Duffman threw it off the road on the straight for 13th, and there's a yellow flag as Rudes comes. Oh, Duffman wants to finish the line backwards. Nice Days of Thunder reference, like it. And Rudes comes home in 14th as Old Codger Racer brings it around that final corner and grabs himself 15th in race 3. Great stuff, guys, great stuff. I can barely keep up with you. You're so fast. You're so fast. Matteo then 2 wins. Someone's qualifying on hard tyres next week. Oh, Pigsy from Monkey. Oh, yeah. No, head to my head. Vodka Rob saying it's all gone a bit Pete-tong. Duff saying, oh, Gaz, gutted. Nifty saying, Vodka Rob, yeah, Pigsy was in Monkey. Great series. Yeah, it was. I watched it. I loved it. Also, I had some cover on some, like, the old Pirate Bay days. Found a cover of some band actually covering the theme tune, but properly. They sounded like Neil Young covering it. It was fantastic. I don't know where it is now. On some old computer that doesn't work anymore, I'm sure. And Vodka Rob saying top show. What, me or Monkey? It's Monkey, obviously, not me. They remade it. It was all right. I watched about 1 or 2 episodes, the Netflix version. It was seemed a bit weird. Seemed a bit weird. They all seemed a bit different. Well, of course they were, because it was a newer version. But I don't know. The story had slightly changed. Anyway, you're sidetracking me, Vodka Rob. We're going to do a run through, and then we're going to end the stream. That's what's happening now, ladies and gentlemen. Matteo takes the win in the third race. Kyle Roy on the podium, ladies and gentlemen. Great stuff from the American. Wow, it's a very American-heavy podium here at the good old Blighty track of Brands Hatch. Amtrak getting himself third in the Porsche. Up a million in fourth, with Pigsy in fifth, Medium GT sixth. Gaz comes home in seventh. Oh, Gaz must be spewing, man. As well as Medium GT. Wins were in their hands and slipped through their fingers. Oban in eighth in the Renault. Orgasmic Cry in... Why are you not moving, camera? Ninth for McShady. Flinch in 10th for the Ferrari. John T 11th for Ferrari. Buggy in 12th. And I don't know what happened to Buggy. Oh, the last lap didn't look too hopeful, did it? A 55.7. And Duffman a 2:04 on his final lap. It looks like there was a couple of bad ones on the final lap that we missed there, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise. So the chat... One last look at the chat, and then we'll say our goodbyes to the Over the Hill Racing Manufacturers Cup Round 1. What an absolute banger. Nifty saying, oh, well, Rod Grob saying, top show here too, as always. Oh, bless you, thank you. Nifty saying, great job as always, Thingy. Duff Man saying, thanks, Thingy, great commentary, see you next week. Team O.T.H. And Rudy saying, thanks, Thingy, that was top notch, mate. And Amtrak saying, good stuff, Thingy, thanks. Bless you all. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, everyone who raced, everyone who organises the races, and all you drifters out there that just happened by and thought, what is this? I'll watch this. So, bless you all, thank you, and good night. Word to your mother. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.